Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. Glad you could join me this morning. We're looking at the themes of Advent. Last week we looked at the theme of hope with the prophets. This week we're looking at the theme of love. The second candle oftentimes is referred to as the theme of love, the love of warmth of the stable. And love is a primary teaching that Jesus had when he was here. He taught, well, let me just read. In Matthew 22, it talks about that they're testing Jesus, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. It said, one of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question: Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Now, when you think about that, there's the 10 Commandments. There's 618 commandments in the Torah. And he asked him which was the greatest. And Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. He said all the law and the prophets hang on those two commandments. So Jesus quotes the Shema from Deuteronomy 6 and then quotes Leviticus. He's asked, what is the most important commandment? And Jesus quotes something that every Jew did every day. Every good Jew would have started their day with a Shema. And it goes like this: Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And that is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And it says, then love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. That is how they started their day off every day. Not only that, but in their houses, on their doorpost, they put something that we call a mezuzah, and it had that scripture in it. And they would often touch it or maybe say it as they go into the house. Some put them on their foreheads, some put them on their hands. They still do in Israel today. If you go and you look at the very conservative Jews there at the Western Wall, you'll see them praying with those on. And so this was not new to them. I've heard some New Testament scholars and some pastors sometimes say this was the new teaching. It wasn't a new teaching. This was Jesus affirming this is the most important teaching. Jesus also adds another one from Leviticus, and he says, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love God with all you got. Love your neighbor as yourself. Those are very important commandments. And he says, if you can get those two right, all the law and all the prophets hang on those. And one of the issues that I think we have in the Christian life is getting those two right. To love God with all our heart and to love our neighbors ourselves. That's something that's very significant. Scott McKnight has written a book called The Jesus Creed, where he says this was Jesus's creed. Baptists talk about not having creeds, but we do have them. We just don't admit them. But it was really a theme of Jesus' teaching. It was a central core of his teaching was to love God with all your heart, soul and mind, and to love neighbor as yourself. And that is to be our core. And when you talk about sin, normal time when we sin, it's because we don't love God with all our heart, soul, and mind, as Jesus said, and strength, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. In the prayer I pray each Sunday as we prepare for worship, I pray that confessing that we haven't done that, because to go into God's presence we have to be clean, and love is what cleanses us. It's God's love for us, that he loves us, and that we're to love one another. We're to love him, and we're to love each other. And I hope that today your life would be permeated with love, and I hope you have a very good day. and I'll see you tomorrow.